Dave, could you please talk me through what's been happening more recently at American West?
Sure thing. We've had a really busy start to 2022, Annabelle. Lots of activity across all our projects. West Desert, we've seen the execution of the resource and exploration drilling program there, which has been very busy for us, obviously. Results for that still coming in. We've managed to produce a very high-grade copper DSO product from the Storm project. We've also managed to continue working up the Copper Warrior project, which is down in Lisbon Valley in Utah as well. So, look, in terms of the West Desert, we completed over 4,500 meters there. The resource drilling has really shown that, confirmed our geological assumptions around continuity of the high-grade development scenario. Whilst the exploration drilling has been fantastic and showed us fantastic exploration upside in the immediate vicinity of the West Desert deposit, which is fantastic. Look, the other things we've done at West Desert, equally important, we've continued the metallurgical test work on the oxide and transitional material to hopefully bring this pit into the development scenario. We've also initiated the environmental desktop study, which has been completed with no red flags, which has been a fantastic result. We've initiated the hydrological studies in the area as well, which has been great. At the same time, we've progressed some of the internal mining studies and other bits and pieces. So West Desert are very busy. The DSO product from Storm. So Storm's been busy on their planning of the exploration project, which is coming up as well, but also just showing how amenable this mineralisation is to ore sorting and traditional beneficiation techniques, which has been fantastic. It managed to produce a very high quality product there, very high grade copper, up to 60% copper. So very happy with that. So as you can see, lots of activity, and we're not slowing down. There's lots to continue on moving forwards as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, more recently, American West announced the commencement of the drilling campaign at Storm. What do you hope to see or expect to see from this program?
Yeah, so obviously, wrapping up West Desert, just on that. So all the holes have been cut, all the samples are pretty much in the lab, so that's good. So expect further results from that in the coming months. With that program finishing up, it's allowed us to sort of focus on Storm, and given the summer up there, it's just begun. We look to get a diamond drill rig up there to start working on defining some of the resources around these high-grade copper zones. So in particular, we're going to focus on initially the 2750 North Zone, which has got some fantastic historical intersections of copper from surface. The plan is there to find a mineable volume of mineralisation in the first instance, which will help us generate this sort of DSO type operation up there, very low footprint operation. So that's the initial focus. The focus will then turn to testing some of the exploration targets that we generated last season. So there's two schools of thought for Storm. There's the high-grade, near-surface high-grade copper, but there's also the sedimentary copper model as well. And some of the EM anomalies that we have up there are extremely high priority, sit in very geologically favourable locations, and so we'll try and test some of those while we're up on site as well this year.
Now, just lastly, what can shareholders expect over the next few months from American West?
Lots, like I've already alluded to. Like I said, we've still got 4 holes to come back for West Desert. So those assays in the lab. So expect to see those return starting in a couple of weeks till the next couple of months. Those results will go into delivering a JORC compliant resource for West Desert deposit. So once we get those assays back, that modelling is very well underway as we speak. And so we look to deliver that in the next few months as well for West Desert. Along with that, we've got the metallurgical test work results, which will also feed into the resource model. We have further ongoing on-ground environmental and hydrological test work going on up at West Desert. So that'll aim to de-risk the project in those aspects. And then the Storm drilling. So, the beauty of Storm, it's also very visual mineralisation. So as we drill, we'll keep people updated with how that's progressing, what we see in the drilling, and any other exciting results from that as well.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. There's so much happening for you guys. Thank you for joining me today, and thanks for your time.
Thanks, Annabelle. Cheers.